Welcome back, fam. Could we be at the start of something big for Ethereum? Yes, we could, and I will show you what it is. We will work with the monthly chart to give us the widest perspective that we can get and the accurate possible clues of future predictions. Very silently, something is happening. You are seeing, as I said, monthly chart. Every candle is monthly chart. Down there, volume. Super declining phase. No one gives a beep about Ethereum or Ready crypto anymore, except you diehard fans. They're here, they're watching the video. And yes, I talked about all of this in my last video with Bitcoin. You will be healthy rewarded in an upcoming bull market. Is the scare possible to the downside? Yes, it is. But are there some clues that are telling us that things are about to change for the good, that 2024 is gonna be much better, and that 2025 could be an explosion? Or maybe 2024. We don't know the possible time stamps, but we know something is happening. I'll refer to my band of 21 months. The most powerful stuff. We will dissect it, yes. And by just looking at this picture, you can see that stuff is happening and there is no much space for debates, right? First of all, if you don't know my band, this is exponential moving average, this is simple moving average. Good stuff is when the yellow one is above the blue one, bad stuff is when the blue one is above the yellow one, okay? Yeah, we will dissect this and make the final conclusion. Are we in the bull or are we in the bear? Is it something worth talking about? First, I want to mention what happened in regards to support and resistance. The price moves in correlation with this band. This is pretty simple technical analysis, but the biggest clues are in the simplicity. Mark my words. Since I don't have data before this point, let's talk from the start of the real bear. And I would say it is about this area from August of 2018 until the June of 2020. This is just in correlation that this band is a resistance, okay? Then if we want to talk about the bull metrics, when this band is our support, we can talk all the way from that point when the bear ends and all the way to May of 2022. This is where we hold ground above our band. And now we are in a current bear square that, as you can see, has still not ended. We are still holding this band as a resistance. Things are changing, yes, I'll show you what. So the band is telling us that we could still go south. But now let's analyze, based on the previous price action, where we could be in this cycle. Oh, I will tell you my hint where I think that we are, based on everything that I'm seeing on the screen. Yes, it's that simple. We are here, just before the storm to the upside. It's a good news, absolutely. But keep in mind one thing. We could be here at this candle of February 2020. And you know what came after 2020? February. March, the big crash. Ethereum lost for 255 to 95 or something like that. So, big crash. After that, you know what came? A big bull. But this kind of price action, where we think we are, right here, is leaving us some options for the lower prices. So something is brewing for the good stuff, and I will show you the biggest clue. Keep watching. We are still open to some possibilities of lower prices. Now, one thing I gotta say is that people who are waiting for those levels below $1,000 Ethereum, I think not. I think too much time has passed and this was a real capitulation. This was the time when the real weak hands went out. So yeah, we could have a little scare. Those paper hands are still all and always will exist. But here, the majority left. And now we're living this boredom, okay? So something like this below $1,000, I don't know. If you believe that you will retest $800, yeah, good luck with that. I already told you that in the previous video with Bitcoin. $15,000 Bitcoin, yeah, not gonna happen in my opinion. Okay, but you know I could be completely wrong, and you could be completely wrong if you are on the other side of this coin. Now, you could be asking yourself, could we be at this point in the market cycle, but I think not. Too much time has passed from our capitulation, if you believe that this is a capitulation, and this. Very long. For a few months we were hugging this band as a resistance and accumulating power, so I wouldn't be surprised if Ethereum skyrockets from this point. And now comes the big clue. Now let's talk about my band and the positioning of the exponential and moving averages. Those white dots that you are seeing on the screen. What are they telling us? Where we have a cross of the yellow one above the blue one, we are having that dot. This is a bullish cross. When we have this cross when the blue one is above the yellow one, that is a bearish cross. Let's talk from this point. Here unfortunately we don't have a data, but what happened here? We had a bearish cross, after that really boring bear market, capitulative state, and so on. Now let's not move on until we discuss this point, and you can see that that point came here in July of 2022, so more than 1.5 years ago. Okay, copy paste practically. But now comes the fun part. Here we have the cross of yellow above the blue, and you can see how the price reacted after it. So these ones are bad, and this one is pretty good. Ladies and gentlemen, can you see what happened last month? We had a cross. We had a white dot, and the yellow one started to go above the blue one. Let me zoom in on this happening, because this is so important. Ladies and gentlemen, do you see it clearly now what happened? Do you see the importance of this cross? If we zoom out, you can already even see that we are battling this band, and that we are starting to make 21 band of moving average as a support. Now this month still has not closed, and yes, things could go south if we don't show enough strength. That is still a possibility. So I'm not saying that we can go lower, not super lower, but still can be in a boredom lower capitulative phase, whatever you want to call that state. But things are happening at this point, for example. Now you can say, are we here? What's the difference? Well, the difference is, look where the blue line is. The difference is, look how long the yellow line was holding us as a resistance and making us problems. Many differences. And at this point, the cross is the first most important signal on Ethereum's chart that things could go in your direction if you are a bull. We could have something like this, and since we are talking about the monthly candles, why don't you take into account that all of this area is another, I don't know, half a year or even more. So I'm not saying that Ethereum will skyrocket from this point, but I am saying that we are preparing for much higher prices on Ethereum in the coming months. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a long-term analysis. We are talking about months. In another video we can dissect on the lower time frames, see what is happening right at this moment. But monthly chart, let's first look at this. Let's first find clues that are telling us, is there hope for Ethereum and friends or not? In my opinion, in the long-term picture, Ethereum is preparing to make a significant move to the upside, and many will be surprised. Now, I'm not sure will be among those many, and I am sure if you follow what I am talking about, and if you are a long-term part of this channel, you will be rewarded by the market. So, see you in the next video, and just listen to the dinosaurs roar.